Make a very quick video today which is about destruction of property. Now obviously, as I've mentioned previously in my timeline, the people upstairs and in and around this building are hacking my internet, phone, laptop, games console, etc, etc. So I'm just going to give you a quick example of what they actually do to your phone. So obviously, just say for example this is a brand new iPhone 6, what, £400-500, yeah. You get back home and obviously these people just embed some scripts, and the software they use can modify the actual controls remotely. So this is an example of what they can do. Yeah, they can also do a couple of things I'll explain after. So you open your internet browser and you go to the address bar there and you type in a letter, and it just closes the browser. So yeah, they can also turn your Bluetooth on remotely. They can turn it on airplane mode. They can actually change the signals. So when you've got 3G and 4G, what they actually do is, say for example, when your browser was working, for example, you're just about to finish typing in the address of the site you want to go to, and your 3G actually disappears and turns to the E. If you're on E, then you know what I mean. So yeah, also they're redirecting my calls. So for example, I phoned some people from certain organisations, and by the questioning that you actually put to them, it becomes blatant that they've got a limited set of details that they expect you to ask. And if you ask a few questions that are out of the realms of their perception of your behaviour, then they fall apart, and it's quite embarrassing. I get phone calls from people claiming to be, for example, betting sites, for example, the bank, PayPal, eBay, etc. Just trying to distract you from what you're doing. So as soon as you sit down with maybe some paperwork or to go on the IPCC website, you'll get a neighbour knocking at your door, randomly doing something. You'll get a phone call from someone who you've never spoke to before, asking you about something. They know your account details because obviously they've got keyloggers and things, and they just bullshit you into having a 10-minute conversation. Then you try and go back to what you're doing, and then the noise might start, and then the police car goes past. So it's just distraction theory, and it's pretty basic. So I wouldn't worry about it. But yeah, just to document it again, it's blatant evidence. I'm looking at some iPhone software which is like £1,500, but the problem is, if I buy like a £2,000-3,000 laptop, you can't really run the risk of them installing viruses and things like that. So yeah, the internet connection is a difficult one. Again, if you could get like encrypted Wi-Fi connections and USBs and things, but then it just prompts them to go out and spend 3 or 4 grand on password crackers and software like that. So something to consider. But yeah, as long as you don't go to jail and as long as you don't end up in hospital, then just keep doing what you do. Alright, thanks YouTube.